So to show master standard C3F, collaborate with teachers and administrators to select and evaluate digital tools and resources that enhance teaching and learning and are compatible with school technology infrastructure. So how I did this was I was able to actually participate and write a response on the third world farmer simulation. So the third world farmer situation was was a very unique simulation decision-based game that I'd never experienced before. So what it allowed you to do was go through life as a farmer in a third world country. And so you might ask yourself, what does that mean? You were faced with decisions every day that determined on if your family starved or was successful. So the goal of the game was to see how long you could survive and see how successful you could be in however many time period years that you wanted to go through. And so you were forced with decisions like, should you produce another child to have more hands on the farm to help? Should you sell one of your children for money to buy seeds and animals and equipment? Sometimes you're faced with hard outside consequences that wasn't your fault. Whether you had a change in government or invaders into your country, these are things that the game would automatically generate that was anything that was outside of your control. And I had to write in my response, where or how many years did I go, how successful was I, and what was my thoughts on the game. It's a very interesting tool that I think we could use in the classroom because it could show kids or show students that the life that we live outside the United States is quite different. The life we live inside the United States is quite different to some kids that grew up in third world countries. There's things that we don't have to experience anymore because we're in the United States. And so that's how I collaborated on this digital tool. I think it could be a great classroom resource to teach children about decision making and the consequences of those decisions. And I think it's also just a great way for students to understand what life is like outside the United States.